you going to do?
That?
That's better. Yeah. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm good. No,
What were those other glasses?
These the guy. These are actually my old safety glasses. They're pretty cool, aren't they?
Yeah,
I'll wear
you're
these.
fucking-
You can at least see my eyes a little bit.
We're on live right now.
I don't care. I am live.
Okay.
I'm a live monster celebrating Christmas. Marty DeGarmo, Merry Christmas.
Thank you.
What is
Thank you
this?
very much.
The future of the internet. Wow.
The future of the
What
internet.
can that
Who the
be?
heck?
What can
Yeah,
that be,
who the-
number one elf? What do you think, number one elf?
Let me get started. Hello, everybody. As you know, you're out there in YouTube land. This should be on many, many YouTube channels. Thank you for being here. Myself and Chris wanted to come on before Christmas and say Merry Christmas. We were talking about it earlier. He was going to do a live. I was going to do a live. And then we said, what the freak? Let's do it together. Anyway, that's why we're here like we're here. And I want to thank all of you for being here. I'm going to turn it over to Chris to make sure my YouTube is okay, and I'll be back.
Ho, ho, ho. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas to one and to all. I want to personally reach out to every person and knock on your door and sit there and eat some coffee. I mean, drink some nice warm coffee, eat some cookies, have a nice glass of milk. I wish you all a Merry Christmas. I want to thank you for not only being my friend, my brother, and my sisters. I love every one of you, and I wish nothing but the best for you, not just today, but every day. Every day, as you heard earlier on Red and Jane's live, Ash Mafar come on said every day he lives his life like every day is Christmas. This is a prayer I've been asking my entire life, as I wish everyone was always nice like they are at Christmas time. So from me, from the Johnsons to all of you, Merry Christmas. I love every one of you. And I'm very, very excited and extremely proud to be part of Unpassive. I think you guys all know that. I know that you are. And everything is just right now, everything in my world is perfect. I know some worlds out there, especially this handsome guy. Maybe your world isn't perfect right now, but
Stop, Chris, stop.
It's coming.
Hey, anyway, let me say something I wanted to say. I started to. It's been a great year. It's been a great 4 years for me and Unpassive next month after next. Shorty, turn this down. Anyway, I wouldn't want to be any other place. I mean that from the bottom of my heart. If you know me, I don't have much, but I always try to tell the truth. And I mean, wouldn't want to be anywhere else. Best journey I ever took. And I was saying on the live the other day, you know, time and sometimes not easy. I think we had it made. I think Mr. Mupar and his family and the tech team, they're the ones that worked hard. All we have to do is collect the diamond. And like I said on my live, you know, it takes pressure, it takes hard work, it takes dedication to make a diamond. If you want it early, it's just coal. It's just coal. That's all it is. So nothing easy. And I was sat with Chris the other day, and we looked at many, many businesses. I mean, many, on how they started, what happened, the ones that were super successful. I don't mean just your mom and pop. Every one of them were beat down, smacked around, had to climb a dirty hill, walking through crap, waist high. Everybody told them, no, you can't make it. What are you doing? You're an idiot. Blah, blah, blah. But when they came out, what did we see? We saw the light bulb. We saw the Ford that was made on a assembly line for the first time ever. Does everybody know that Mr. Ford went bankrupt a few times? He worked for another company and they let him go. No, we look at what happened at the end, and what's about to happen at the end is the same here. My opinion, there's nothing as big as what we're going to see. Forget how much I see. I'm telling you, by what I do see, this is phenomenal. Like I took the time to look at some of the products like O-Trim. O-Trim blew me away. I put it on the link. I got 25,000 hits. and it told me every city in the world that clicked on it. It told me what device they used. It told me what browser they used. It told me what social media they came from. I'm telling you what. And then at the end of all that, it's free. Are you kidding? You give away a pearl, people are going to be screaming for the diamonds, without a doubt. Anyway, and I also want to say thank everybody for coming to my living room for the last few years to listen. Well, actually, it was more of storytelling that I did, and you took it the way I did. You took it from the heart, not just here. This is okay, but this is what makes the difference that I'm passing. Anyway, that's all I got.
Am I expected to say something, or?
You can, or Chris might kick you out. You know how he is.
All right. So I hope you're having a great time, everyone, and I appreciate the invitation. I have to tell you something. I felt we wanted to talk more. So the previous event with Jane and Red came out short. They had to go, but I felt we could just take our pace here instead of having limited time. So, and I love the other day, my son Omar was asking somebody. You could figure at the library, but he's a regular. So he's asking the young gentleman there. He's asking him. Uh, so yeah, I hope you're having a good time and always like that. And he said, "You having any celebration plans or? Oh, by the way, what do you celebrate? For example, do you celebrate Christmas, Hanukkah, or Eid or whatever?" And the guy smiled and like he'd never been asked from a boy like that. Okay, and he said, "Yeah, sure, I celebrate Christmas." He said, "I wanted to tell you Merry Christmas." So I love that. That was the most delicate way of having it, just customized. So we appreciate everyone. We accept them no matter what you celebrate. I believe it is Christmas is a global, universal, cultural, cheerful event, an occasion. No matter what the faith is, I believe we all appreciate. Hey, the calendar is based on Jesus' birthday, so let's accept that. And we love it. We love this time of the year. I do know that some states here having a brutal storm time. Hopefully, it's on the way out, but definitely it was a deadly, catastrophic storm. So hopefully, if you are up north or being affected, we pray for you to get through it safely, and as well the rest of the year. I agree with my brother Marty DeGarmo. This was an incredible year. Uh, I mean, the whole journey is amazing, and this 2022 in particular was really what stood out for me. So many milestones. The team that joined us, the achievements, the confidence, the tests that we went through, all of that. I believe we're very grateful for that. So it's time to show our gratitude for that. And we couldn't be more, I would say, grateful for the effort of the many committed founding leaders and members who worked tirelessly. They see the vision, they understand what it takes to build such a business. One thing I was thinking about when Chris mentioned how things are, moving and so forth, and the effort of so many of us. What I want to mention is we have, obviously, I hope it's not new to you, hundreds of talents, professionals, executives, data science, doctors, MBAs, lawyers, programmers, designers, administrative people, HR, you name it, in every field. We have, inventors, all different capacities and leaders, and they are on our payroll and where we host them. Impressive buildings, real equipped, so many devices and equipments, technology. The bill is very high. So understand, this cannot be just sitting idle. If this what appears to you that, okay, just a relaxed time and all of that, our obligation as a company to monetize and utilize all of this force and all of this budget to the extent that now, right now, somebody's working on passive. Talk to me after 2 hours, I'll tell you, somebody's working on passive on our payroll. Talk to me Sunday, talk to me Saturday, talk to me Friday, talk to me any day of the week. Any given moment, there's somebody is working on passive. Passive is not a company or a traditional company that is just owned by traditional owner or executives, and that the reward is coming back to one person. Quite the opposite. Personally, I don't need passive to go where I want to go personally, whether it's financially or, in fact, it's more sacrifice than income. Or the word income is not like, I don't mean revenue, inbound, okay? The return. So understand, this is a blessing to find such a new concept in this age of time exclusively for deserving people who is not their fault to be where they are at the moment, just because of the wrongdoing in the market or culturally, just in the system in general. We thought there's a better way, and that's what we did. So understand, this is really, I mean, the least it should motivate you, excite you. There's somebody that cares about you, and for your own sake, they're working tirelessly to deliver a better way to all of us and for all of us. And this is what's happening. So if it doesn't seem to you there's so much you could do, or just like you're maybe not seeing visible action and activity, it's it's really hot in the background. It's sizzling in a good way. And take advantage and recalculate and recollect your thoughts. It's always good to sit back and reflect where you were and where you want to go. It's kind of inevitable. I want to assure you something. I'm talking to you publicly. I forgot to tell you, my name is Ash Mufara, and I'm talking to you right now from the United States, and I will tell you, passive is a done deal. Regardless of how it seems to you, or like your mindset, feeling, estimation, despite of that, it's going to happen to our standards. It already happened and it's progressing, but rest assured, it's a done deal, and it will happen to standards like you've never seen before. I assure you that. So don't waste your time and energy about, like, I don't know if it's going to happen, because you could be more effective to yourself in the meantime, knowing, if I knew this is going to happen, if I knew it's going to happen, I am assuring you, and I'm responsible. I cannot, have this company, and I'm obligated to be accurate. It is gonna happen to a level that you've never seen before, where the market have never been seen. That's what we're working on. So take that away and start behaving, thinking, planning in a way. What if you are literally being given a title as a founding member, pioneer of the biggest company ever existed in any sector? Are you telling me like space, technology, all of that? I do believe the impact that is just about to be shared with the world completely above any level. We're different. It's not even a fair contrast. So if you want to get the most out of it, cut time and start behaving and thinking it's already happening. There's no way somebody can stop it, delay it, poison it. I know there is a tremendous evil effort to do so, but we know always the truth will emerge. And justice will prevail, will win. Even if it sounds like, oh, well, it's challenging, it's too much, you're going against the current, you're going against all the odds and all of that. True. But there's always a first time, and that will be disruptive. And it's no longer based on myself, personality, tenacity, or idiocity. It has no effect, whether I'm here or not available. On passive will be delivered in such a way that will make a difference in everybody's life that will be in it. And not in it just like somebody create an account for you, see what happens. I will tell you what, everything is possible. The way you treat it, you get out of it. Whatever you put in, you're going to get out of it. If you believe, you know what, I do believe in this, I see the difference, I see the heart of the company, and you know what, I'm going to get the most out of it. Allow yourself to take it in. That's a complete different level from somebody who's just, let's see what happens. Or when things kick off in a visible way, I will get involved or engaged. I'll start screaming, but it will be too late to get attention. The train will be speeding up. So I highly recommend, as an advice on a Christmas Eve to everyone who is listening, what we're about to witness will be a life-changing for those who will be in it, fully in it. And collectively, we're going to make an impact overall that will make this planet much better than when we came to it. If I'm not being accurate with what I'm telling you now, I could be going like, I don't know, you understand law? I cannot mislead the public. And not to mention, say, you know, the ethics or morality, or put that aside, or principles, okay? If you don't know me, take my word, okay? I cannot claim this on passive will be the most impact and will create the most impact on this planet. So it'd be kind of like insane for somebody to think, oh, let's see how is the website or the account or the calculation. This is really silly. All right, we're above that. Even if it's not the best when you see it, doesn't mean that's the end. We're not looking around, we're not going away until it's perfect. And we are starting in such a good way. So let's think about this. What we've delivered is all free. Nobody's paying for that. So even if it's like let's give it a score, 1%, 1 out of 100. It's not perfect. It's not average. It's not poor. It's like almost nothing. 1% for free. Can anybody complain? So it is not zero. You cannot deny it's there. But the truth is, it's not 1% if you understand any reality. It's definitely up there. Now, being on a track that it will only get closer to that 100%. In fact, it's not an exaggeration if we surpass that level. Why? Because we will be above any company or source of value that ever existed. So it is fair to say it's above the market, it's above 100% eventually. So if you believe we're just 1%, like 99% failure, we're in good shape. Because we have something, and for free, you cannot complain. Now, just start building on that. Know in our mentality, our mindset, what we have in hand, the talent we have. Trust me, if I go away, you will never see me again. There are people who will hold it much better than me. I think you know a couple of names. So are we in a good hand? No, we're in perfect hands. So you can question, analyze, agonize until the cows come home. Nothing's going to happen. But until you make a decision, I don't want anything else. I do believe in this. You can take your time or you can do it today. Let me make my game plan so I can ride along with this wave that is coming. It's massive. Don't take it as a negative thing, but tsunami is a good description. Imagine like a positive tsunami. If there's some like digital tsunami, Unpassive will be the one. And the internet is just the gateway to where we're going, to our destiny, our direction. So you think like, okay, we got some good applications and software, we're done. No, that's just a start. That's step one. So it's not about if we're going to make it or not. The question, are you going to make it or not? Are you going to believe or what? Are you going to take it serious or what? We're taking it deadly serious. For whom? For you and those who want to believe. Well, I'm really, as a brother, trying to help you on a Christmas Eve to really take this in a different direction. This is not a business only. Though it sounds like a business, this is not just a website or an app or a platform, an application. This is much, much bigger. That these are just the introductions to where we want to go. And it's not possible for us to show you the whole thing. It's not even realistic because, first of all, mentally it will be hard for you to see the vision that is not on the ground. Number one. No, and so much together is also overwhelming. And add to all of that, so if we say like this is 50 things, okay, that are coming. Everything is disruptive. And we show you two. We know human nature, right? You're going to be looking at the 48 that we don't have. You're not going to look at the two you have, though they're good enough. So I think we're learning a little bit better. When we tell you we have these 5, okay, it doesn't mean this is it. You already know, and there's no number that is announced. But expect nothing but compound the value. Day in, day out, everything that we offer, whether it's a digital application or solution or product, service, whatever we offer, by itself, it will get better every day for life. Because their people are dedicated to that. And we get better, technology get better, and other, aspects as well in business. More people are going to use it and benefit. Now, the things that we don't even know, so that will even add. So just imagine, this is not going anywhere but bigger, better, stronger. We are truly unshakable. We go through much more difficult days, I would say, than typical average people or companies. Why? Because we're growing so fast. We're against the odds. And there are two types of people that their nature, or by default, they're set up with something negative, and this is what they've seen. I don't blame them. They don't know a proper way, an ethical, clean way to practice business or such a revolution. So this is it's like delusional to them. I understand that, but just don't judge. Just stay on the side and watch. And there are different people that by nature they're evil or they're negative. All they know is misbehave and wrong dealing. And the way they tackle a new disruptive thing is from like the back door or from, the side, or they try to piggyback on your exposure and all of that. They try to get a couple of, peanuts or bone, if you wish, mooch, if you wish. But we're not going to change their nature, and I'm not in the business to judge them. I'm not in the business to correct their brain. But we know the story of the eagle. You just keep soaring and flying higher, higher, higher. Organically, the owl or the crow, if you wish, that is climbing on the eagle, wings, eventually will run out of breath, drop down. So many already did. You go another mile up or higher, they're dead. So the best way to really get the most out of it is to put everything aside and dump it and think rationally. There is an exception for every rule. I know the norm is like corruption and mislead and money and greed and all. That's the norm, sadly. But there's always a new concept, which ironically we know should be the norm. But we're going to break that pattern and put things back on track where we should be human. Time for giving, time for living together, cherishing the values we have, and live beyond just our personal selfish needs. If you know me for 2 days, you will know that I'm not in it for the money, not for myself. If you know me for 2 days. And we will do whatever it takes to deliver this in the best possible way to humanity. And we have a beautiful, brilliant vision. Don't underestimate that. Just the least to say is genius. It's not my judgment. It's just when you review everything available, it's devastating. So there is a new hope on the horizon, and we are grateful for that again, that we have a vision. We're working on it. We're not going to look around until it's done to perfection. We already started. We took multiple steps on the way. It's beyond done deal, all right? And it's no longer based on my ability, availability, or tenacity, if you wish, or my tolerance. This is in the hands of many, many wonderful men and women, and they will make it happen one way or another. Am I saying like, oh, okay, what is it? No, I'm just saying, there's no possible way you could stop this. Just give up, please. All right, just go find something else. Don't question that. Question yourself. All right. So if you think, let me put it in a very dumb way. Okay, maybe this will close the deal. All right. You could question, this is white or black, what I'm wearing now, my shirt. Okay. You could say it's purple. You could say it's pink or blue or whatever, or silver. You could. The fact is, it's white. And when more and more people and evidences and sources and authorities are going to agree this is white, you're going to look more than an idiot that you were saying, no, this is black. So don't embarrass yourself anymore. Be quiet and understand this is a reality, and it's different, and it's much bigger than you and your shenanigan. All right. So that's why if you want to win, go with the flow, go with the right thing, go with the winning people. Whether you're a founder or a hater or whoever you are, think this is a done deal and it's here to help humanity, starting with the founding members. You get to ride with us or just give up. Jump. Now, there's no doubt we all agree that Chris Johnson is the most handsome founder. You can say he's ugly, but when he wins, you know, Mr. Universe, you're going to look like an idiot. So believe it now, he's the most handsome man. True or false? You say he's ugly and then he's going to win globally, be voted. I'm telling you. No, I mean it. It's not just a joke. So what else we wanted to talk about? I mean, I know it's not the usual theme. I can come here and do the usual, but I thought we should always treat OnPassive as a pattern breaker. We don't take orders from anyone.
And you got the right ones here then.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
What else you want to talk about? You tell me. Anyone is texting you, calling you. I'm here for you. I decided to spend the time with my family today.
And how is your
Beautiful.
wonderful family doing today, Ash? How they
They're
doing?
amazing. I was telling, and they're gonna hear me now. I was telling Susie earlier. I feel that we're the family, like Susie and I. Okay. And we were talking about my kids, and they're coming here for a visit. So you're the family, and they're the visitors here.
Nice.
Because I spend more time for you and with you.
Oh yeah, no doubt about that. No doubt about
I'm
that.
limited with them,
We appreciate that, Ash.
but I love it, and it's by design, and I wouldn't do anything else. You come back after 75 years, I will do the same thing. This is what I was born for. Unbelievable. Wow. This is a nasty storm.
Yeah, it is.
Just a lot of wind in Michigan. We got some snow, but the wind is making it below 0 temperatures right now.
Now it's a whopping 12 degrees here. It was down to 9.
Yeah, some places is like the wind is like hurricane force or
Yep, complete whiteout. You can't see 2 feet ahead of you.
Florida's not so warm either. 45 degrees, I heard.
yeah, tomorrow will be better.
It was
Where's
so
Peter?
big. It was so big. That's what it was. Massive.
Yeah, and also now there's going to be on the northwest, like Seattle area, it's going to have another dip. Yeah, things are upside down. So we pray for everybody. Like sometimes don't fight it. Just this is a fact. It's bad. People are telling you stay indoors and be warm.
They don't got to tell me that more than once. I'm staying indoors and being warm.
Yeah, exactly.
Listen, you can
This
always take a lot of people have Christmas celebrations with their family going on maybe today or tomorrow. If it's that bad, you can always postpone it a day. It's not going to hurt anything. You're still going to celebrate as a
Yeah.
family, but at least no one's taking a risk to get somewhere when the conditions are that bad. So take your time, relax, don't drink and drive, enjoy your life.
think of Virgin Mary 2,000 years ago was delivering a baby in a barn
In a barn.
in a real storm, yeah, or snowy place.
It's funny you say that. You think about, like, me when I get a toothache, it's the end of the world for me. I can't imagine back then in those days, there wasn't no dentist around to give
No
you
drug, yeah, no. It's
We're
a
kind of
joke.
sissified, we're sissified now.
Yeah.
Those were strong people back then, You
Yeah,
gotta
I heard a
It
guy.
it took 3 people to be a dentist, 2 to hold you down, 1 to hold the teeth out. Yeah.
A guy was saying like 30 years ago, most of the stuff like we couldn't identify them. They like because we progress in medicine and the science, so we understand what they are now. They existed 30 years ago or before, but we just didn't have a clue. And so sometimes it's better not to know the pain. Yeah.
I was telling Marty that this morning because we've been on the phone a lot lately, and I said, Marty, in 2 or 3 years, we're going to look back at these times that we went through doing and pass them and just think, wow, what an amazing experience. Because even though sometimes things might get a little sticky here and there, it's all worth it to me. I've seen nothing but smoothness, and we get a bump once in a while, and it's really not that big of a deal. And I'll say it again. Ash Mafar has never said, Chris, dig a hole, roof a house, lay the cement, lay the tiles, stir the cement. He's never asked me to do anything. All he's ever asked me is, Chris, share it out and relax. Let us do all the work. I still love that saying. I mean, that's impassive. So I appreciate you. I sweated for over 40 years of my life. I sweated.
Anybody had to stay 3 nights in a row? Just like 5 times last month for at least 20 of our managers?
No, we got it made. We got it made. We just reap the rewards. That's it.
And I hope you understand, okay, there are people literally giving it their life. They're away from their family, from their country, all right, from their homes. And with that, staying day and night, week in, week out, just to deliver this. You don't have to do that. Don't you think everything is a battle in business? Such a scope of on passive. You don't have to fight any of these battles. Do you think we pay checks like they're heavy, say millions? You don't have to pick up any check. We always pick up the check. And so, I mean, not in a bad way. Take it really, don't take it for granted. Like you're taking the, it could have been much worse for us and for you. So we're thankful that we're on a mission that is worth all the sacrifices. We believe in it, and we're committed to delivering it at any cost. Whether it takes a year or 13, we do it or die. And I hope you understand, it is out there. So don't think, oh, you're talking about 13 years. I know some idiots will think, yeah, Ash said, it might take 13 years. You could say that. You could say that, but you're gonna really be a fool. Yeah, it's already out there. Bad news for you, and it's only gonna get better. Worse news for you. So if you are a hater, we're gonna be your ugliest nightmare. All right,
Amen to that.
or you go away.
He only got a few haters, though. I think the world is slowly opening their eyes to him past.
Wow.
In love with us. We got a few. We're always gonna. I mean, Jesus Christ himself had haters, right?
But we're blessed to have them. Like sometimes,
Yeah.
I mean, there's so many benefits of them. Number one is we'll identify the people on the fence with you. Oh yeah, they believe it. Or if they follow an idiot, you know their level and their mindset. So that's one benefit. Another benefit, sometimes it could be somewhat a decent hit or criticism, if you wish, and we take it, and no problem. We'll take it to apply because we're genuine. Okay, if it's true, we'll take it. But if it's meant just to hurt, I mean, I know that's what they mean, but we still take it. You see how good we are? Okay. Another, it's like, it's a good thing not to be that easy because we don't want to relax. We have to be protected and careful, so cautious. So in many ways, it's very good. It makes us stronger, more effective, more secure. And I don't think it's realistic to grow or to create such a thing and everything is just going to be silky, rosy way. That's not going to happen. So that's normal. I mean, if it was that easy, we could have seen on passive, like, it doesn't have to be the name or the exact, but I would say the concept or the ethics or the business standards, we could have seen that like decades ago. But the truth is, that's our opportunity where we can take in all of that, I would say, resistance, make us stronger. But again, I know that justice and the truth will always prevail.
Most definitely. It's a lot easier to tear something down than it is to build something up. But the people that build things up and go against the resistance, they're the winners. I mean, they come out winning all the time. And those, believe it or not, the negative people or the naysayers, they actually give me strength to keep going harder and faster. That's the truth for me. So
And
I
it's a
know
part of
that's
the
good
game. You cannot avoid it. Yeah, you're so right. You know, Chris, so easy to say, I hate you. Yeah, it's easy, done. But how do you feel about that? It's definitely more work, patience, and diligence when you cultivate that love and build it and hold it. It takes 2 seconds to say, I hate you, I divorce you, I don't want to be with you, you're done, you're fired, whatever, split. Easy. But it takes years to build such a thing, something that, with significant value. Yeah, I agree with you. It takes probably years to build a tower or something when an idiot could diminish that like in a blink.
Haters and negative people are in general lazy. Absolutely lazy. Because like you said, it's just point, that's no good. They don't have to have any thought into it. And some people just thrive on that. And that's just lazy. Absolutely lazy.
I don't care. I will talk about politics, about anything, and I have an opinion. I will tell you the truth. Okay, I do believe that systematically most regimes and most countries are meant to be in such a way. Why? Because they're not qualified, and the only value they have is our tolerance as societies or people. We allow them, we vote for them, we're scared of them, And that's how they stay in control. And they wouldn't come and create a system because they can't, because they're disqualified. I mean, how do you expect an ethical system or regulation from somebody who doesn't have it? You cannot give what you do not have. So they would have to get a corrupted setup and setting where you're a slave. You could be canceled, your merchant account, if like you're a good business, your communication platforms, your apps, your even, I don't know, social media garbage that we know now. In a blink, if you have influence or you threat that corrupted force, if you don't go in line with that crooked path, everybody's going to fight you. And sadly, those who want to fight you, those who have the power. I'm not talking about the little guys, okay, or the ill guys that they're just barking. I'm talking about people with power. If you go in a direction that didn't put it for you, just to put your head down like an animal, forgive me for that, and don't question anything. If you try to create a value that, oh yeah, people love it, or like will take away their corrupted system, whether pharmaceutical or the energy or whatever financial trap they have for us, you're a threat. So the system in general most likely was put to be in a way to limit your ability and your force. As a citizen of any country, I'm not talking about a specific country, I'm talking about in general. Whether it's the educational system, I'm not talking about just an individual, whether political figure. No. Talking about in general, the educational system, 99% of it is garbage. The employment system, garbage. It's not set up for where that you can grow, because that is going to create fear to them. It's created where you're a slave, you get paid for your time, and don't grow technically. So a lot of it is negative energy. The system don't want you to grow or to be creative or to, it's limiting. And why, when we have great ideas, does it have to be based on regulations, or if we have something can change the world, or why does it have to be, we appreciate any good law that makes sense, but there's some laws that are actually to limit your growth or creativity. We have the right to question them. So somebody puts a rule 300, 500 years ago. Isn't it time to update that? It was valid back then. Maybe it made sense, and somebody with a limited vision. But now, if we see it from a different way, as long as it's good, no harm, but good for humanity, why should that be stopped? The whole economical system is just slavery. Take it and just save your time. So when you create something like on passive, you're playing with fire. Not that it's a negative thing. You rattling that cage of they're in their comfort zone. A couple hundred people on the planet. Add their billions, trillions.
It's that way. Everything in the world, everything. Like when I was growing up, you watched TV and you learned about other cultures from the news or from TV. And I thought about the evil empire and all that. And then I traveled to Russia, and it was nothing like I thought. beautiful people. I mean, some of the nicest people I ever met in my life. And I went, wow, I was lied to. Growing up, you have that built-in thing, and I see it all over America now, where people just they get pocketed into something. But all the stuff, even Edison and all them, they were treated like crap. They had to go so far past and not quit. But now he's an idol. They didn't think that then.
Yeah.
They didn't think that then. They
Think
didn't
about
think.
this.
Yeah, it was hard on them, very hard on them.
You know what? Most of the things that we follow or do or believe in, not our own decision. The media said it this way, and like, okay, they just trained us. But did you ever investigate? Did you ever try? Like, Russia's bad. Yeah, you hear that. But Russian people, or what about the culture, or what about other good things they do? That's if you hear from me. But if you go and experience, I have friends who are like most ethical people, human, tender-hearted, just amazingly effective and hardworking people. So what better? And that's in everywhere. So the fact to label a country or a society, that's media. That's not like what you found. If you have an impression, negative impression about some, I did fail into that in the early, years. But when you say, wait a minute, not what I was told, that's different. But if you allow yourself just to believe and like be, forgive me, as a sheep, that's it. So somebody decided everything for you, and you're no one, but you're human. What do they say? A, B, C, right? So the day you're born, or between, actually somebody said this, between B and D, our birth and our death, that's the destiny of our life. But in between, there's a C, which stands for choice. Most people miss that. They don't have a choice. They just like surrender, and they just believe this is what it is, and they follow somebody. We don't know. Sometimes it's a good, statement or judgment, but most of the time is just wrong. I want to ask everybody to look at the heat that little country, Qatar, had. They bought the FIFA, they bribed, they got it, it's hot, it's too small, they don't have the infrastructure, it will be bad, it will be, a lot of terror will be there, it's not gonna, it's a failure, it's a disaster. Fast forward and try to find out what happened in between. It's the most successful tournament in the history of FIFA. The most successful. You've seen the technology, the security, safety. You've seen the hospitality. You've seen how friendly, how everybody was welcome, smooth, no traffic, nothing. They made it in times where it was possible. It's top notch. And I believe it's going to be hard for no matter which country after that to top that up. Had they listened and said, "Oh my God, everybody's against us and all that. Let's give it to another country," or it was the most successful organization ever. So don't listen to the garbage or people like they have that mentality. You always judge by yourself. Judge by yourself. and you could always make it better. You could always even improve things. And on passive is just one good example that we're against the odds. And yeah, absolutely, we're different, but it doesn't mean it has to be like what was ahead of us. We will have a different outcome. And that's why I invite everybody to really take it serious and try to think, how are you going to make the most out of it? And if you're thinking like, okay, money, no, I'm sorry, you don't know me too, okay? Money is one thing, and I'm not telling you no, forget money, and like, listen, you have to have that potential and that value as well. It makes things much better, easier, all of that. But there's so many other values, not one, not two, many values are greater than just money. It's one value, it's not the only thing, it's not the main thing. As important as money or your finances are, but your mindset, your ethics, what you make out of it, how could you utilize this to others' advantage? How could you be a good citizen? That's also as valuable. If money was just the key to everything, then I think money would have no value, because then you would just do anything and get money, and sometimes it's worthless or meaningless. Show me the life of many rich people, and let's take a closer look. Are they valuable to others or just to themselves? Are they really happy? That's a test. All right. So tell me one more thing, Chris. I know you want to change the topic.
I like the topic because I like when listen to all the YouTube channels that are playing right now. This is not only my brother, but my friend Ash Mafara. He owns a passive. And I want to let you know, this is a real CEO. This is a man talking from his heart. He probably doesn't like when I say this, but I love doing it. He's real, folks. All you people that don't know him, I'm going to ask you through all of us to get to know him, because what he's saying is he just wants the world to be a better place. It doesn't have to be exactly the same as it's been for the last 300 years. He's changed it up. And didn't he just change it up? He did it. And it might seem like no way to you or backwards. It's not. It's just no one else has ever tested the waters to say, why can't we do it better? And why can't we do it different? That's why I love this guy, because he has done it different. We all followed the same rules since the day we were born. Think about it. You go to school, you go to college, you get a job, you get married, you celebrate the holidays, you work 30, 40 years of your life, 40 years wasted of working for somebody else, even though you had to do it. And somehow in his mind, he said many years ago, I seen these people, they're not going anywhere. They're not taking anybody with them. I got to change it. He told a couple people.
There's always a better way. You're right.
Absolutely.
There's always a better way. But this is what we know to our ability, and we're going to go for it, and we're going for it, and it seems like making sense, and it's working. But it doesn't mean we don't have room to improve or to grow or change, whatever it takes. But we believe in what we're doing is clean, ethical, and it's more fair, and it's more than just self-serving.
Yeah, I think I'm passive offers so much more than money, because you could live a life and shine in whatever you like, whatever you want to do, whatever you think about. The platform's huge enough to do that. And I know a lot of people sit back their whole life and they never really live. I mean, I met old people in their 30s. I mean, really old. And then I met young people in their 80s. It's just how they thought about things and always doing better and always wanting more. And it can happen. It's possible. And with Unpassive, it just made a lot more things possible for people. That's probably more what I talk about than anything is I don't care what you do. Somewhere on this platform, this planet of Unpassive, you have a desire or something you really love doing and you can't wait to do it 100%. Unpassive is the place to do that. It has nothing to, it's not just the money. It's like, from the very beginning, I remember Ash saying value and never heard you say money. You just never said it. And I got programmed in the MLM. You got to look for the money. Always had a heart for people. That's probably why I stuck to MLM. But the value and give people what they want and look at things different. And once you do that, you realize all that other stuff is already there if you focus on the other, focus on the people, focus on the value, focus on what can you give people. I saw a thing the other day. Guy made a sculpture of a bunch of ice people sitting next to each other. And then as time goes on, they're slowly disappearing. And he said, that's life. You start off as a nice big hunk of ice and it showed them all sitting and all of a sudden you could just see them slowly evaporating or melting away. And I was talking to somebody one time and he said, most people live in a 20-mile radius and they never ever live. And one of the great motivator people said, where most treasures are, they're in a graveyard because people never live to their potential. Unpassive is that potential.
I'm glad you said to their limit within their area within the 20 miles. And let's take look how great minds think alike. I was just I hope you see this on the screen, right? And you see it?
It's a
blank
Yeah,
screen.
yeah. We can see it's blank right now. Yeah, black.
Okay, black. You see
There we
this?
go. Yeah. There's sound too.
You hear the sound?
I can hear the sound.
I'm gonna speed it up, just don't worry. So this is the little moon, all right? It's at this point, do you see how Earth became invisible? We still have way to go. And I'm making a big point, okay? Don't judge. Let's speed it up. My point is, we're so limited and invisible, but in a massive planet. But overall, there's so much room for growth, no matter what you could do. In other words, you could win, I can win, she can win, they can win, all of us can win, and we still have room for another planet and another universe and global population to it. Nobody's going to take food or potential from anyone else. And I do believe everybody can invent something or add value uniquely from the next citizen. And we still have room for growth.
Ooh.
But is it realistic? Not everybody's positive. A lot of people are just dragging, backward. Make no mistake, you can win, and you have so much room for growth, even if you have 5 days on Earth. And I'm going to add, since we're in a good occasion, my belief, this didn't happen accidentally. These planets didn't just walk, or this universe formed by itself. Come on. Have to have a force that is far bigger than the creation. What's bigger, the creator or the creation?
Yeah, we did not just look at an accident. Okay.
Zoom out and see how big it is. And this was created in 6 days by design from our creator. 6 days. So do you think your food or your balance in your bank account is a miracle that God cannot provide to it? Relax. You saw the universe. You're nothing. Our Earth is nothing, invisible. If he did what he did,
all that we just saw is in the.
Your food is not a miracle, all right? Or your bank account.
Is in the spoon of God. Nothing.
See how we're invisible. So make the best out of it. Make it count. Make it realistic. I mean, if you doubt, like, oh, okay, it's a fight. How much can I get? She can get all of that. No, we can all win. We can all win. There's more room. There's plenty of land. There's plenty of resources. We can. It's just unbelievable. So always, I want you to see the big picture. Please don't be limited to what you're told or open a TV channel. Somebody's yelling or barking and scaring you and all that. Everything is going to be okay. There's always two ways, like that C in between D and and B and D, that choice, always you have a choice, not just what thrown at you. Yeah, it's a bad time. We're having a storm, all bad. 10, 11 people died. Yeah, but 8 billion people didn't die. So which way you want to see it?
Boom, baby.
Speaking of food, what is
I just got my food. Yeah.
yeah, what is Ash Mafar and his wonderful family eating for the holidays? Let me
I don't
see.
know, but
Lamb?
he's got a lot of nerve drinking that with a white t-shirt
Yeah.
on.
What is
Yeah,
that?
that's
cranberry?
beets. Beets, what's in it, babe? What's in it? Beets. I feel lemon, ginger. What else?
Ooh.
Celery.
Pineapple? No pineapple?
Yeah, I said the lemon.
Brain food.
I think I said everything. Yeah.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Brain food.
It's delicious. It's brain, it's blood, the energy, whatever you want. Cleansing.
And he's got a
Yep.
white shirt on. And that white shirt, I've never seen
He's
him.
got a white
He
shirt.
look-
I don't know
Yeah.
why, but
I'm gonna
I'm
get
hoping
closer to me.
He's got a
I'm hoping-
sissy stick.
I don't know why.
They're
I'm
scared
hope-
because of the white shirt.
I'm
He's
hoping
got
he
a-
sneezes, Chris.
Marty, he's got a sissy stick too. Very well protected with the sissy stick, the straw.
That's a stick.
There, don't
Gosh,
do it.
I'm teasing.
You're pushing it, man. Yeah, it's good.
All it takes is one little achoo, and it's all over with. It's-
Beet juice ain't coming out of that shirt. You can shout it out. You can scream it out.
well, you look very handsome in white there, Ash. You do.
Trying to catch up with you.
Yeah, that's you caught up past me. Notice
Yeah,
I have the specs on today.
Yeah. Where are my glasses? Sunglasses.
I've been looking at Marty so long I had to put glasses on. And there's
so
no
bright.
You don't like my new glasses, Chris?
I love you. Listen, I saw you without glasses. You are very sexy without glasses, and I'm a straight up guy, but I'm telling you, you look good without glasses, Marty. But those look nice on you. Look at
Anything
show
else
Ash.
you've seen him without?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I can't talk about that way after things happen. But Marty, take off your glasses, please. Do the Marty Zoom and show Ash what you really look like. Do the Zoom. Look at that.
Is
Woo!
as innocent as a baby.
Baby's butt right there. Kissing Marty.
Baby's butt, yeah. Ash didn't want to say that, but yeah.
No, what are you
Smooth as a
eating?
baby.
Let me guess. You're having lamb? What are you eating, Ash, for this holiday?
I think yesterday we've had enough food. Let me go check.
Oh, anyway, thank you for being on here, Ash. And
Yeah.
Merry Christmas to the family and happy holidays and everything to everybody. As you can hear in the background, my family's been celebrating for 2 days.
And that's two times this week that Ash Mafara showed his face. So anyone that's got that mophobic thing I was talking about, haven't seen Ash in a day. There's a
And I'm not allowed to come. My
xenophobia.
my team is gonna yell at me.
Yeah. Tell everyone in Hyderabad. Tell
You
Dr.
know they're my
Super-
bosses.
Yeah. Tell Dr.
Okay.
Super hope she had a good birthday.
She
Omi,
said thank you. Yes, absolutely.
Hyderabad.
And to
I
Bill.
love you. Merry Christmas to all of you. Praying for you. And when this is all done, you're gonna have all the time you want with your family. That's what I could say. Sacrifice. Listen, when you make sacrifices, there's a reason we all make sacrifices. And let me tell you, the sacrifices you all are making are benefiting not one person, but benefiting millions of people. Just to let you know that, to give you that extra ounce of why you're doing it, even though I know it.
Watch
And
that
the-
video, please. How big is the universe? And please see the big picture. Don't be limited to a channel or somebody's, rhetoric or whatever it is. Just see the big picture. Make your own judgment. Be independent. Question things. Make a choice, and see the positivity and don't focus on what's not possible, what you don't have. Focus on what you have. Be grateful for it, and believe me, you can win and not affect. You don't have to take from somebody. There's room for all of us. I wish I could deliver it like in a simpler way, as simple as that. We can all succeed, win in our different ways. My success is different than yours or her or there. Okay, so whatever your goal is, of course, I'm talking about hopefully it's a clean, positive ambition. No matter what it is, you can still achieve it without taking away from anyone. And same thing, nobody can take away. Like we could always have prosperity. I know it sounds like Jehovah Witness, but uh, but the truth is, based on the facts, you can succeed without diminishing anyone's potential or taking away. There is enough, and your
And with
food
and with on
and
passive, you
your
you suc-
survival and whatever existence is not difficult. You saw what's possible. We can see it now. Our brain is not, limited
yeah,
by
and
design.
the beauty of on passive, you can succeed, go anywhere you want to go, even helping others get what they want. It's beautiful. It's a win-win-win all the way around. You can share, you can help, and still go where you want to go. I mean, there's nothing better. Nothing. You don't take advantage of it, it's a waste.
Absolutely.
So if we are on this dimension, we've been from the start small, bigger, 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 bigger. I think we're going very high, and we can expect many new tops in the coming days and months. Regardless of what happened, I mean, we sustained the pandemic. Most companies were having people, cut their salaries or, laying them off or whatever. How many business do you know closed in your neighborhood? I toured 24 of states at least, and you can imagine how many towns within the pandemic. And I've seen how many businesses closed. They went out of business because of the pandemic. While we were staffing, building, buying new offices, growing, building products, building technology, attracting more talents. So if we could do that in the tough times and the beginning, I mean, expect nothing but greater in the coming months. I think we're in good shape. We are pretty confident about what's happening and what's yet to come. What do you believe is fair to tell everybody at this point? That we are potentially coming live in a corporate webinar at least once before the end of the year, all right? Which I'm talking about the next 4 or 5 days. So that's one thing. That event is going to be super important. The reason is we're going to set a few specific updates. One of them is about the starting day for the founder package. The starting day for 365 days. That will be a year when your $97 start ticking. So everything so far on the house. So you still have a whole year ahead of us once we announce that date. Moving forward, we will let you know about the criteria for you to qualify to continue. We will talk about that on the event, but just to keep it, brief, it will not be as easy. We're talking about selected people. We have to have a voice. Most of the people were not our choice. Somebody invited them, somebody enticed them somehow. We believe that we have a room to correct this in the coming days so that only qualified, deserving founding members will become, even if we change the name. All right. And don't think like, oh, it's going to be 20, 100,000, whatever, $2,000, like $2,000 or $1,000. That's not it. $20,000. That's not what I'm talking about. We could even make it free. Grandfather some of the leaders. That's not the objective. Okay, but it will be for those who earn it. Move. I mean, the whole objective is to be in pre-launch, and just the fact that you already will have your link before the masses, that's already worth the $97 right there. And needless to say, the over delivery aspect. But moving forward, obviously, we're going to make sure that either it's going to be a different name, it could be more exclusive, more prestigious, and we're just not going to make it for random individuals that we don't know. We're going to make sure that they really believe, they're qualified, the material, they're not self-serving, they're not just money-driven. All those aspects, we'll explain that to you throughout the 365 days, and we'll give you some kind of description in the beginning, so you will be well aware. Also, we're going to define the refund policy. All right. We're expecting also to announce the referral links or the reseller links. Okay, we're expecting to have my contacts, my links, and I'm not sure if we will be able to give you dates, but at least maybe a time range or frame for the mobile apps for all of the applications or the softwares that we already have and the ones that are coming. But everything from now on that will come will be mobile app, desktop, web app, and mobile responsive, all different formats. Okay, and you can switch devices without affecting the session, whatever you have. And obviously, you know, they're working today, Christmas, tomorrow. It's already past midnight there. And we will not stop until it's done. So it's critical. We already talked earlier today that we potentially finalizing 3 different copies of 3 different complete applications of Connect. One of them just about to go live anytime, any day. It might be perfect, okay? But we still want to try another 2 copies, one coming mid-January, one in a month or so after that. And eventually we're testing 3 different scenarios. I'm sure they will be of a good use, maybe for different purposes, some for businesses, some for governments, or you know, just depending on essentially you're not going to feel that the same I would say the design and the user interface, it will look almost identical, if not, and we will try to make it seamless. But we might see a difference in the performance, and of course for us, the security, the the fluid aspect and the fluctuation. There's so many technical terms, I don't want to get into that. We will test the bandwidth, the cost of each scenario, and then whichever we believe is the most meaningful way, we will do it. But it doesn't mean 2 months or 3 months until you see, oh, Connect, there's a good one that is coming, and you might love it and you don't wish to change it, or okay, but we still want to do that because it's on the clock. The 3 or the it's billable, if you wish. Okay, it's a paid product or solution. We want to make sure that the 3 different scenarios are valuable. So whichever one you're not going to see the difference, you're going to receive an application where you can do much more than the current options that we have, or use lower cost and much more ability, if you wish, more features. Okay, so So you cannot compare that. And I didn't, want to undermine the fact that you could also share the revenue with us. Just crazy. So what else did I want to say?
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. All right.
I know what you wanted to say. I'm going to repeat it. Failure is not an option, folks.
Never.
We're just about to explode and go viral. Sit back, relax, watch this man and his team work like crazy for you and me, and have a blessed upcoming year. Merry Christmas to everybody from the Johnsons.
Thank you,
Merry-
Johnsons.
Merry Christmas, everybody. Ash, thank you.
God bless
know
you
that.
all.
And
All right. See the big picture, guys.
yeah,
All right. See the
always.
size of the universe. We're nothing. And we can always win. All
We've got
together.
room to win. Room to win.
Room for everyone.
Yeah.
Plenty.
You are.
Plenty.
All right. Have fun. All right.
Thank you, Ash.
Share the love.
Woo.
Thank you, Ash.